Hey y'all, it's Amanda and this is my Texas Zone A garden, and before we dive in, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this with a friend. Okay, we are outside. It's about 11. I meant to get here earlier, but get outside earlier, but here we are. And we're going to be working on a portion of the front garden, this portion right here. Now, that direction is east. The sun is beginning to shift for the summer. And so right now we are in full sun right now, but as the day goes on, it gets less and less sun. And earlier this spring, I had a bunch of petunias that I planted from seed. I had some Marvelette, Calamintha that I planted from seed. It's just several different things. And then in addition, I've come back and I've added in some coleus, which isn't doing as great as I would like. But let me bring y'all in closer to show you what we're going to do. We're going to end up ripping out a lot of this and replacing it. Okay, you're going to hear lots going on because my daughter, Ivy, is cleaning out the garage for us, and my husband's in there helping her out. But over here, we're going to do some replacing. And I'm not feeling guilty about replacing whatsoever because I've grown so much from seed and it just is inexpensive growing it from seed. So it looks okay from far away, but as you get up closer, you can see how spotty it is. All of the petunias, all this dead part, those are all petunias that have succumbed to the heat. They just do not make it through my summers. And so definitely need to pull all of those up. Now I have some coleus that's looking good. This is a Wizard Jade coleus. However, there's some that don't look as good, but they'll probably be fine. It looks like it kind of got eaten up right there because the other ones are really pretty nice, small. So we might end up adding in a little bit more coleus. All right, I do have the Calamintha is doing lovely. We're going to give it a haircut so it can rebloom. So I've got 3 of those that are doing beautifully. Got some phlox going on back here. I've got some other areas that need to be kind of cleaned up. We're going to clean up across this part as well, which is actually looking really good. We've got a Caradonna salvia, which is ready for a haircut. We've got some Dusty Miller. We've got hellebore. We've got a lot going on over here. So we're going to clean this up, and we're also going to backfill here. And we're really going to be backfilling with a lot of Vinca because the Vinca I grew from seed, and they will handle the sun really well. And then I do feel like some of this area doesn't get as much water as it could, and the Vinca will really benefit from that. Let me give you all a sneak peek at the front porch. It is a little bit wild over there. Looks like these need a little bit of water. It must be an off water day for them. Look how much this is all filled in. It's beautiful. It probably could use a haircut at some point as well. All right, but let's start with cleaning things up. Okay, I probably won't be able to put my tripod in all the places I want because even though it's in the morning, it's still really hot and the sun is so brutal that it basically fries my phone. And that's why I do all my filming on my phone. And I get a lot of people who tell me that I need to get better equipment and things like that. And I'm like, yeah, but then I'd have to buy less plants. To buy less stuff in my garden to do that. Truthfully, I would love to get some of that equipment, like some of that really nice filming equipment, but that equipment costs more than I make off of this YouTube channel in a year. And this YouTube channel helps support my family, so I don't want to take away from that. So we are stuck with the cell phone for the time being. Okay, I've been really into this antique fork that used to belong to great-grandfather, and it's just a really great way to like get in tight spots and lift up different areas like this grass right here. And I've been using it a lot more than my hori knife. One of the big reasons is because I have drip lines in almost all of my gardens. And the hori knife, if you're not careful, you can cut straight through your drip lines with it. And so by using the fork, I'm able to remove weeds, I'm able to do digging. I feel like it really loosens up the earth a little bit better than the hori-hori knife was. But yeah, really like it. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of pruning back. I'm gonna start with this phlox right here, which is actually called Pinkadot, I think. And I'm just gonna go cut back some of the older stems and allow some of this smaller second flush to show up a little bit more. And I do have this in some pretty intense sun, so I feel like these blooms are a little less pink than they're more white, they're more bleached out. And we're not doing any like super heavy pruning on this particular one. Just enough where we can start to see more of this second flush hidden under there. See, just like that, super simple. So we have a phlox stem right there that's done. I'm also going to come in here to the Marveletta Calamentha, and I'm going to give it a haircut back by about 50% to encourage more blooms, another flush of blooms. And this is like a kind of nepeta, so giving it a haircut will help out a lot. And I like to just kind of gather it all up in a handful. Making sure I have my gloves on. One time I gathered up in a handful and made a cut and took part of my pinky with it. So beware. Don't let that happen to you. Actually still looks pretty nice even after the haircut. I love this Calamentha nepeta so much that I'm going to be growing more of it from seed. It's been a great little perennial for me. It's very easy to start from seed. Okay, I want to put a little focus back here on this container. There's some geraniums that I grew from seed in here that need a good haircut. Here's some lamium that just has a ton of the geranium going through it, like dead blooms of the geranium. So clean that up a little bit, freshen that up. Back here, I've got a leopard plant that doesn't look like it's doing very well. I don't know if it's not getting enough water or what, but I just put the water on. I might come through and just give it a really good soak. For the time being, I'm going to remove a couple of leaves that are more yellow in here and allow it the opportunity to not have to grow as much, not have to focus on as many leaves. All right, and I've also got some snapdragons here. These actually overwintered. And I'm going to give them a haircut. It's not going to look great, the haircut isn't, but maybe it will encourage them to do another blooming cycle. We'll see. It's a little hot for snapdragons. They are more of a cool weather plant. Maybe these are just looking a little sad because of the sun they're getting in the morning. Might be getting time to switch to watering on a daily basis instead of every few days. That's kind of what I'm thinking is happening. I definitely think after we end up getting everything cleaned up today, I think I'm going to give this area a really nice deep watering. So other stuff we've got going in here, we've got some Gerber daisies. This right here is a lobelia, which actually looks like it has a lot of browning at the base. I'm going to try to separate this out a little bit and then cut this bottom part. Yeah, it wanted to come out. All that dead part wanted to come out. We got creeping Jenny running everywhere. Okay, so this right here is a quick fire hydrangea. This is the first year that I think it's actually looked pretty darn good. So I'm actually quite pleased, and of course this is the year that I was thinking about moving it. All right, so I have my Caradonna salvia, which is starting to flop, and it's got a ton of new growth here at the base. So now is a good time to go ahead and do a cutback, because look at all that new growth. So it'll send off a whole new fresh set. Now, this may hurt, but I think I'm going to pull out my dusty miller. It's getting really long and it's getting woody and lanky. This is where it starts to not look as great. And I think I'd rather fill this area with color from the Vinca. I think would be better. Yeah, I think I'm going to pull up all this dusty miller. I know, it's so sad. I just want more color. I'd like to, at some point, have a whole bunch of Nephida right here, right at my entrance to my house, because I would really like that scent as you're walking up to my house. Simple things, watching my daughter and my husband work on a project together. They're walking over to my sister's house. My sister is moving here tomorrow. Very excited. All right, remember when we planted up this border with the Aloha Blue Azuratum I grew from seed, Concoleus, Black Dragon Coleus I grew from seed. We also tucked in a couple of perennials with the Mesa, or Peach Mesa Gaillardia. That's filled in beautifully. Over here, waiting for all this Vinca to fill in. So now we've got this all cleared out. It's ready for some fresh color. I'm excited. I'm going to take a little break, then we'll come out and get planting. Okay, so I've got a bunch of Vinca that I started from seed, a few different varieties, mainly the Heat Wave mix. And I've also got the Tattoo Blueberry. It's like this deeper purple color. Started those. So I definitely want to have those tucked all in this area. In addition, I have a couple of Sunfinity sunflowers that are kind of a bigger, more showy design. And there's a couple of places where I think I'm going to tuck them in, like there and maybe there. And they should give me some sunflowers later on in this season. And so we're going to go ahead and just get started planting those, and then we're going to get everything watered and fertilized in really well. Okay, and when I'm laying out bedding plants like this, I do like to go in and lay out the plants first, and then go from there, plant them after that. And I do think I want like the Heat Wave. I'm going to pack in pretty good because I do want to fill in a lot of this area with color. And then I think I'm going to do, actually, I think I'm going to do more of the blueberry tattoo towards the side, towards the walk up. Now those Sunfinity sunflowers, I started those from seed. They were very expensive seeds. I got very low germination. Oh, let me go grab my gloves. Yeah, those Sunfinity really low germination, so I don't know if I'll do those again in the future. Sunfinity sunflowers are branching, continuous blooming sunflowers with bright golden petals and dark centers. Unlike traditional sunflowers, they bloom all season long and produce multiple flowers on each plant. They grow 3 to 4 feet tall and wide, love full sun, and are hardy in zones 9 through 11. Heatwave Mix Vinca features a blend of vivid pink, red, white, and lavender flowers with glossy green foliage. It thrives in full sun and is extremely heat and drought tolerant and grows 10 to 14 inches tall and wide, hardy in zones 10 and 11. Tattoo Blueberry Vinca showcases striking blueberry purple blooms with a unique tattooed pattern in the petals. This bold variety is compact at 10 to 14 inches tall and wide, thrives in hot, sunny conditions, and offers excellent drought tolerance, hardy in zones 10 and 11. So my hose actually broke. I don't have anything to disperse the water, so I'm just using my thumb at this point. And I will definitely have to come out here and water these the next few days in a row, just to make sure the roots have the opportunity to get established in this space as we're going into really hot weather. Okay, it's later on in the day, and I went in and just allowed these time to soak up the water. So you can't see a lot going on with the Vinca as of yet, but it will fill in beautifully. And we've got that Sunfinity sunflower there, Sunfinity sunflower there, which will be a big burst of yellow, which I think will look great. The Sunfinity sunflowers are branching, so they really should fill in the space nicely, but I'm really happy with how that's looking. And most of the blueberry are concentrated over here, and then as you go around is when we get to the heat wave. I think it's going to be so pretty, y'all. Looks like that leopard plant perked up too, which is good. I think it just got that really early sun, so it was kind of hard on it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It's not as long of a project as other projects I've been doing, but I can really only do short projects right now. It's so hot and brutal outside. Doing a lot of things inside, or I'm doing shorter projects outside, or they take multiple days. So I hope you guys are being safe as well with the way the weather has been already. It's pretty intense, but really happy to see this part come together. I've been waiting on this part. Now I don't have to worry about this part for the rest of the summer. These Vinca can just fill in, these Sunfinity sunflowers will just fill in, and it should be lovely. All right, y'all, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. As always, make sure you like and comment on the video. Every time you like and comment helps grow the video so much, but also really helps grow my channel as well. And if you don't feel comfortable leaving a comment, just drop me an emoji below, letting me know that you made it to the end of the video and you say hi. And be sure to check me out on my Patreon community. It is all things She's a Mad Gardener and gardening. It is a great way to show your support of what I'm trying to do in the gardening world, YouTube world, and I'd love to have you there. There's a free tier that you can join in under, and there are additional paid tiers as well. The higher up you are in the tiers, the more access you get, including exclusive videos only available to patrons, as well as group chats and photo sharing. As always, she's a mad gardener or a decorator or anything else that she wants to be. Thanks, y'all.